Hello students, welcome to 6th lecture of chapter 2 electric potential and capacitances. So our next topic is capacitor. So what is a capacitor? A capacitor is an arrangement of two conductors separated by an insulating medium. So in the capacitors there are two conductors and they are separated by a finite distance and that can be filled by a medium. So this arrangement is called the capacitor and it is used to store electric charge and electrical energy. The symbol of capacitor is like these two parallel lines and these two terminals and these two parallel lines with a arrow sign. So this is a symbol of fixed capacitor, means its capacitance value is fixed, and this is the symbol of a variable capacitor, means its capacitance value can be changed. Now the principle of capacitor. We know that capacitance C is equal to Q upon V, that is charge upon potential. So from this formula, it is clear that if we want to increase the capacitance, either we can increase the charges given to the capacitor, or the second method is if we can decrease the potential, then also we can increase the capacitance. Let us suppose this plate A is a charged plate and some charge Q is given to it. This plate is fully charged and we cannot increase this charge. So this plate is fully charged. So if we want to increase its capacitance, we cannot increase the charges. So if we want to increase its capacitance, what we will do, we will place an uncharged plate near to the plate A. Suppose this plate B is uncharged plate and it is kept near the charged plate A. So due to these positive charges, there will be produced induced charges in this conducting plate. So this surface of the plate will become the negative charge and the other surface will become positive charge. So they are the induced charges in the plate B. Now this positive charge will be given to earth, and by this earthing method this charge will go to earth, and due to these negative induced charges the potential of the plate A will be decreased. So in this method we have increased the capacitance of the plate A by reducing its potential. So this is the principle of the capacitor. If we want to increase its capacitance further, then what we can do, we can fill this place with a dielectric medium, and by doing so the capacitance of this capacitor will increase the K times as compared to the air capacitor. So to further increase the capacitance of the capacitor, a dielectric is placed between the plates and it increases the K times its capacitance as compared to the air capacitor, where K is the dielectric constant of the medium which we are using here in between the plates. Now, a very common type of capacitor is the parallel plate capacitor. It consists of two large plane parallel conducting plates. They are separated by a small distance. So like these are the two plane conducting plates which are kept parallel, separated by a small distance. So this arrangement is known as parallel plate capacitor. So we will calculate its capacitance first with air as medium between the plates. Means in between the plates there is no medium, means there is only air. So in this case we will calculate its capacitance, and in the second case we will take here the dielectric medium and then we will calculate its capacitance. So first we are taking with air. Let us suppose these are the two conducting plates of the parallel plate capacitor. This plate is positively charged and these are the induced charges on the surface of the plate. So this surface is having plus q charges and this surface is having minus q charges. These two plates are separated by a distance d, and this is the direction of the electric field between the plates from plus to minus charges. So we will calculate the electric field to the left of the plate A. This we have named at region 1, and we will calculate the electric field to the right of the plate B, and this region we have named it as region 2. And third, we will calculate the electric field in between these two plates, and this region is known as region 3. So we know that the direction of the electric field for a positive charge is always outwards. So if we want to calculate the electric field in region 1, we will add the electric field due to this positive charge plate and due to this negative charge plate. So the electric field due to this positive charge plate will be in the left direction, and the value of the electric field is sigma upon 2 epsilon naught, as we have calculated in the previous cases, that is the electric field due to a plane charge sheet. So the value of electric field is sigma upon 2 epsilon naught and the direction is in the left direction. And the electric field in this region due to this negative plate, the negative charges, the electric field due to negative charges will be inward. So in this region the electric field will be inward and the value is same, sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. So one field is in the left direction, second field is in the right direction, having the same value and the opposite direction. So the resultant electric field in this region will be 0. Similarly, in the second region, the electric field due to this negative plate will be inward and the electric field due to this positive plate will be outward. So these two electric fields are having the same value but opposite direction. So the resultant electric field in this region will also be 0. The electric field in this region due to this positive charge plate will be outward in this direction, and the electric field due to this negative charge plate will be inward in this direction. So these two both electric fields are having the same direction and same value. So the total electric field will be the sum of these two values. So the net electric field in this region 3 will be sigma upon 2 epsilon naught plus sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. By adding this we will get sigma upon epsilon naught, and sigma is the surface charge density. It is having the value q upon A. So E is equal to q upon A epsilon naught. By calculating the electric field, we can now calculate the potential of this field. So potential will be equal to electric field into distance d. So this will be multiplied by d. So potential will be equal to qd upon a epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of the air, because we have taken air as a medium between the two plates. Now we will calculate the capacitance of this air capacitor by this formula C naught. This 0 represents that we are calculating this capacitance for air as a medium. So capacitance for air capacitor is equal to Q upon V. So Q upon the value of V we will put from here, QD upon epsilon naught. Q will cancel out and we will get epsilon naught A upon D. So C naught is equal to epsilon naught A upon D. This is the value of the capacitance of an air capacitor, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of the free space or air, and A is the area of these two plates. These two plates are having the same area, A and A. So A is the area of the parallel plate and D is the distance between these two parallel plates. So this is the formula for the air capacitor. Now we will calculate the capacitance for this capacitor with a dielectric medium. So we know that in the presence of the dielectric and due to this polarization field, the net electric field will be equal to E naught minus EP, where E naught is the electric field in the absence of the dielectric and EP is the polarization field due to the polarization of the dielectric. So due to the presence of dielectric medium, the electric field is reduced by K times as compared to air capacitor, where K is the dielectric constant of the medium. It means if we are filling the medium between the two parallel plates with the dielectric having the dielectric constant K, its capacitance, its electric field will be reduced by K times as compared to the air capacitor. So we can write the net electric field in the presence of the dielectric will be equal to E naught by K. E naught is the electric field in the absence of the dielectric, and if we are putting the dielectric, then this value will be divided by K and that will be the net electric field with dielectric. So we will put the value of E naught as sigma upon epsilon naught, because this is the value of the electric field between the parallel plates, and the value of sigma is equal to Q upon A. So in this way we have calculated the electric field in the presence of the dielectric. Now we will calculate the potential of this capacitor. So this electric field will be multiplied by the distance d. So potential is equal to qd upon A epsilon naught K. Now we will calculate its capacitance. So by the formula C is equal to Q upon V. So Q divided by this whole value of the potential. So this Q will be divided by QD upon A epsilon naught K. Q will be cancelled out and we will get C is equal to this A epsilon naught K divided by D. This value of K epsilon naught will be written as epsilon m, means the permittivity of the medium, and A area divided by D, because we know that the dielectric constant is equal to the permittivity of the medium divided by the permittivity of the free space. So from this value, this formula epsilon m is equal to K epsilon naught. Here we have used this value. So the capacitor having the dielectric medium will be having the capacitance C is equal to epsilon m A upon D, where epsilon m is the permittivity of the medium, A is the area of the parallel plate, and D is the distance between the two plates.